Hello again, and I want to talk about the Krabi one more time. So really quickly, let me just show you what I have here. So this is a practice sword done by one of my teachers, Kru Art, who even put my name in there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He also did the artwork and the carving and also the string work on the handle over here. It's actually quite amazing. I also love the detail of the gold, green, and like red of the face. And this is a very interesting piece of work. Even though it's for practice, it's still pretty great. Honestly, I really dig it. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about is some of the things that I've been hearing from the comments about different viewpoints of the Krabi Sword. And so this is officially it. So when I remember my last video, I talked about the Krabi, or Dap Tai in this case. And this is still technically a sword, but and that's what Dap means, but this is the Krabi in this case. And there's a difference between Dap Tai and Krabi. Now the word itself, I've heard several things now. At first I originally heard that it was meant to be, that's what all swords were named at one point. And then I heard several other details of it. Truth be told, there is no definite answer. All there is secondary sources and no primary sources, which is unfortunate because that's what makes this finding history about these swords all the more difficult. Chris Baker even says in his book, "These sources are famous for being sparse and problematic. Chronicles are unreliable. Laws cannot be dated. Monuments have been destroyed. Observations by Chinese and Western observers are filtered through cultural lenses," and so on. All in all, this is just proving the fact that anything that we all claim, including myself, about these swords can easily be debunked, but also not proven. Alright? So, given a look at this thing, let's talk about what we do know about it. Clearly, it's a European style. Alright? That's one of the things that we all agree upon, that somehow or some way, either during the Yutia period or during the Rajanako Sin period, these swords came into play. And for the most part, they were not used by ordinary soldiers. These were probably used by the royal family and or people of higher rank. Very often when we even use them, we tend to do a lot of stabbing motions, almost like as you see in fencing. In fact, there's a sect of Krabi-Krabong that actually is very much into fencing. In fact, that's the modern Krabi-Krabong. And they do kind of do, these days they do competitions in that fashion. In fact, that's what the standard is in Thailand, which a lot of people have argued about because they tend to prefer having the original Muay Thai version that we're used to, like the Budai Swan style that we're all used to. At the same time, it's still a version of Krabi-Krabong and it must be considered a part of history. I actually ended up meeting the teacher who started all the courses in modern day Krabi-Krabong, and who was the first person to write a book on Krabi-Krabong, which I do not have. I've been trying to find it, and even in Thai, I've been trying to find it in Thai, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. So the only books I've been able to find so far is, well, modern day books, and each one says something differently, but for the most part it's always been about how to use it and not where it comes from. So what I can safely say is that it's influenced by Europeans. Not sure when, not entirely sure exactly who, and not exactly sure which specific sword, although I'm sure if we looked at a few ancient swords we'd be able to figure it out. I just haven't had the time to, because I haven't had a chance to go to the museum. Pandemic. What we do know is that for the most part what the books do tell us is that it's definitely still more of a slashing motion, alright? And I'm not talking about the professional style. The professional style, they still do like the fencing style where they tap and they try to get portion right here, almost like where they try to go around and then get up on top, which is not my style of things. I prefer to, hit somebody hard or something like that. But at the same time, we do got to consider, it's a sword, so if I go up here and somebody comes right here, I'm dead. So in books like these, and I had to make a printout of this one because I could find, the only copy I could find of this book was in the museum library, and I had to copy it, which was so difficult because you can't rent them out there. This book basically talks about how its main two functions are to slash and to penetrate, just like a saber. Anyway, so that is the Krabi and my thoughts about it. I just wanted also to kind of show off this new sword, this practice sword that one of my teachers made, Kru Art. And again, thank you very much, Kru Art, for making this. This is a fantastic training tool for practicing Ram dances, and I'm really excited to get started with it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If you have any more comments about Krabi and any books, ideas, or any primary sources that you can lend me, not secondary. Secondary I have plenty of. Primary sources is what I really need. Please let me know in the comments. Subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next time. Sawasdee krap.